Right. We are live. It has been significantly longer than I would like it to be, but...
On dit qu'il y a une trentaine d'années, pendant l'exposition de Paris, les gens du monde entier ont rempli les rues de Paris. Je grandis en voyant beaucoup de ça moi aussi. On dit toujours qu'on peut trouver un morceau de chaque coin du monde à Paris. Mais moi, je préfère voir des petits morceaux de Paris partout dans le monde.
More than... Hopefully not disappear for 2 weeks.
They're holding position at the outskirts of the city. It's almost like
Igor is waiting for us there.
Blood pours across the steppe. So much killing. Haven't you had enough?
You may hide from this battle, but what about the storm? The Cavalry Corps can't shelter you forever, MEREL.
many of our soldiers call this land their home. They're eager to see it after the storm.
You expect me to abandon this place?
But we don't belong to this era.
The Cavalry Corps cannot intervene in local conflict. You have 2 weeks to withdraw.
I can show you what Earth left behind, Timekeeper.
Why help us?
To atone for our sins. And to defend our home. For that, I'll need your help too.
It isn't about the bloodshed. But if killing Igor paves my way to immortality, then why the hell not?
Timekeeper.
Evil and intimidating chorus.
Tales of chivalry have come and gone. But we can still fight. To defend the ones we love and the future.
Fancy. I am curious how Igor's going to be, considering he was like actively trying to kill us 2 chapters ago. Now he's going to be playable. Or at least on Team Timekeeper. Curious how they're going to treat that. Quiet is the riverbank. Oh, hold on. Let me just do that real fast. And quiet flows the river, and quickly flies the bullet. Time to witness man-made horrors.
Did you see the bandits?
Evil and intimidating
Not
course.
even a sign, just some chipmunks.
Think we should take a rest, Lieutenant? Sun's beating down and we need to get the horses watered. We've gone quite a way farther than the assigned watch point. Even if we can push on, the horses can't. Never exhaust your horse, remember.
That's
Fine,
to turn
take
evil
a break,
and
team.
intimidating.
And Sergei, if you shine the light of that telescope into my eyes one more time, the last thing you'll see is a missile to the face. Understood?
Understood, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Lilia retracts the telescope and hands it to Sergei. She hops off her horse and pulls a handful of oats from her saddlebag. The horse snorts as it eats, and nudges Lilia's neck affectionately with its nose.
Hey, soldier, you want some more?
Just as she reaches for more feed, Sergei leans in.
This your first time riding this horse, Lieutenant?
Yeah, he's a hungry fella.
The theme from last patch.
No, he's just greedy.
Well, last chapter.
Uses the same trick on all the new riders. If he wants something else to eat, he'll have to find it himself.
Oh, little liar. You heard him. No more oats for you. Go get some water.
Lilia pats its neck a little harder. Denied another bite, the horse lowers its head before giving Sergei a dejected snort.
Leave him to me, Lieutenant.
Another soldier steps forward, unfastens the flying broomstick from its saddle, and leads the disgruntled horse down to the river for a drink. Lilia sets the broom down beside her. The unseasonably warm air, she catches a dry scent, sharp with the river water and warm wood.
This feels wrong, doesn't it? It really shouldn't be this warm. Ever seen a November like this, Lieutenant?
Yeah, but on the other side of the world. This is weird for sure.
Usually, the snow would be thick by now. But this feels like early autumn still.
The newly enlisted cavalryman lifts a hand to wipe the sweat from his forehead, then points to the river, its surface glowing with a greenish light.
The dawn would usually be frozen over in the shallower parts too. We'd be able to walk right over it. The meander's just a little farther. Berigrad would be too, if we could just cross it. You been to the city?
The city, the people of the steppe. These words mean Berigrad.
Yeah, to go to the Foundation branch. Delivering letters, dealing with procedures. Annoying stuff like that.
Oh, speaking of letters. My townsfolk sent some back from the front. Seems they're on their way home.
Sergei shakes his head, seemingly unhappy with the idea.
What? They beat on you or something?
Why'd you say that? I couldn't be happier to have them home safe. It's just... It should be farming season, but... They'll come back to find nothing to farm.
He squats down, grabs a fistful of the grass beneath his feet.
The weather was just right last year, but something went seriously wrong. It grew fast, tall too, but didn't make any seed at all. Our summer harvest was a complete disaster. The barns are almost empty. At least they won't starve to death at the front.
But Manus Vindicti could strike at any time out there. Probably safer for them to come back.
Do you think the Manus will reach the dawn?
Hard to say. The main force is in Western Europe for now. But the Manus are like rats. Who knows where they might show up next.
The young Cossack scratches at the few thin hairs on her upper lip. The boy's best attempt at any kind of mustache.
Ah, I swear I did more fighting during training than in actual service. All I do is wait around for orders. And this one's just stupid. Find out where the bandits are hiding. Are you serious? You're telling me we have to find just a few dozen people who only come out at night somewhere in all this forest. They may as well have us search for a needle in a haystack.
So what do you think real war is like?
Oh, I know what it's like. All the men in my family have fought on the battlefield. Мой дедушка, папа и брат.
He dodges the question, fixing his eyes on the flying broom. Lilia always carries.
Next ford's a few kilometers off yet. Why don't you just fly over and take a look? It'll be a heck of a lot faster. Be able to return to camp before dark.
Red 38 isn't fueled by grass like one of your horses. And its flight time is measured in minutes, not hours. Or are you trying to keep me grounded if we get into a fight?
I know. Why don't you teach me to fly a broomstick and apply for a new SU-01VE? Then we can take turns scouting.
Oh, I'd love to see your face when you fall from the sky. But I'd rather not tell your commander that his cavalryman broke a leg flying my broom.
It's not like you're any better. If it weren't for Colonel Sternova, you'd have gone face first in the dirt your first day on a horse. I, on the other hand, was regularly riding from my village to Berigrad with sacks full of beets at half your age.
Broomsticks aren't horses. And if I catch you sneaking in to steal it at night, you're a dead man. Got it?
You're right to warn him, Lieutenant. Sergei's been stealing since he was a kid.
The cavalryman returns with the horse just in time to join the verbal beating.
Just last year he tried to nab our fishnet. My dedushka caught him, of course. Nearly broke Sergei's hand when he wrestled it from him.
The other cavalryman burst in laughter as Sergei's face flushes beet red. He turns away but barks a hasty rebuttal.
Shut up! It's not like he ever used it anyway.
He can't stop the taunts. The cavalrymen take obvious delight in dredging up his old scandals one by one.
Blin, stop making things up about me. Ah, I can't stand it here. You know what? When I get back, I'm going straight to the commander to get transferred to the Prisklonnaya company.
You mean the 5th Company? Isn't their commander your old rival in love?
Even louder laughter erupts from the cross-axe. Ignoring their rowdy banter, Lilia lifts her gaze to the heavy clouds drifting beyond the river, like white fortress floating in the sky. Dry, warm air sweeps across the plain, driving the floating castles forward and tugging at Lilia's sweet-soaked hair.
Already sweating. This heat's not normal. No one in the Foundation got the time to look into this? Maybe they'll send Vertin. That wouldn't be so bad.
Her eyes are drawn to the merging line between earth and sky, a view she never could have seen from the Foundation, hidden away in the mountains. Then, along the slope, black figures burst in view, tearing ragged gasps into the horizon.
Huh? Sergei!
Someone call me?
Me. You got the telescope, right? Hand it over.
What's that, Lieutenant? I can't hear you.
I said...
Murder.
Ah!
A bullet tears through Sergei, the price for a moment of carelessness.
Blin!
Ah! Ah!
Skiller shoot. Before the cavalrymen can even react, Sergei has collapsed onto his back. The plane explodes into gunfire, screaming horses and panicked shouts. Among the chaos, Red 38 roars to life. Lilia kicks off, circling low to draw the enemy's fire.
Bandits! Across the river! Sasha, get Sergei behind the rocks. The rest of you cover fire in this direction. Empty a clip and mount your horses.
Copied. What about you, Lieutenant?
I'll take a little trip to their rear. Stand back! Wouldn't want to swallow my exhaust.
Seconds later, the battle-tested SU-01VE soars 100 feet in the air.
Alright, let's see what you got.
Effortlessly carrying its pilot over our enemies. She said the line. Alright. Do I have her? I think so, somewhere. Yeah, there she is. These are harder stages, but I should be fine.
Listen to this. Enjoy it, friends. By God's grace, the path will become clear.
It just might take more than one round.
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. Get off! Now is the time of repentance. Good luck. Picking up, enter the gate and see the light. Hit.
Took a whole 2 rounds this time.
A worthy victory, but the fight is far from over.
Easy video game. The brief exchange of fire ends quickly under air superiority. The riverside grows quiet again. Lilia hovers above, keeping a bird's eye view of the area.
2 bandits down. Last 3 heading north. Looks like they're taking cover in the woods. Only 1 injured and Sasha's with him. Nothing to worry about there. Rest are headed to the fort. They can deal with the down 2.
I didn't let Lilia attack. Lilia turns in the direction of the fleeing bandits.
I'll find their hideout.
The shadows of the trees may veil in the ground below. They cannot stop the eagle that soars above. Most of the yellowing leaves have been swept away by the autumn wind, leaving their slender branches thrusting out in all directions, like a sparse web strung up into the sky.
Come on, can't you run faster? Wasting my time.
For a pilot accustomed to the high speeds of the SU-01BE, this hunt is closer to herding livestock.
At this rate, I'll have time to spare for a drink.
She's monologuing. This is why you don't monologue. A black cloud explodes beside her ear. And another, and a third. Hundreds of tiny metal fragments slice countless cuts into her clothes.
Triple A? How the hell did they get that?
She drops down, flying so low that the tips of the branches nearly catch as she presses on towards the source.
A little closer. Let me see what you're hiding in there.
Bare branches slice her view into fragments. Black smoke smears everything dark. But her determination grants a fleeting instant, just enough for her to catch sight of a small glade where an anti-aircraft gun stands.
Gotcha.
She pulls the SU-01B upwards, driving it into heavy clouds. At a near vertical
From
angle.
this era. No way bandits could get their hands on it. Yeah, there's no mistaking the model. Automatic anti-aircraft gun 37, ACP-37. It's Xeno. Need to report this to the commander. Wurzel will want to know too. Huh?
Their broom's been hit. It's failing.
No, not now, buddy! Please get me clear of the woods.
It's too late. He's already pushed the broom beyond its limits. She's falling fast.
This is bad. Really bad. Steady.
I'm sure it'll be fine. She's playable, she'll be fine. I keep forgetting that there's not really boss stages in the main chapters. of golden hue, no longer a gift from the sun, nor a symbol of the harvest. Tactical map. Sure. Downstream of the Dawn, on a stretch of a flat meadow, the camp rises from mud, packed earth, and stacked legs. It's no giant fortress, but it's enough to shelter an army at rest. Removes Lilia from players' accounts. Xeno Cavalry Commander Ivan stands, tall and broad, watching the recruits drill their formations.
Commander?
With her usual brief greeting, Xeno Cavalry Chief of Staff Sabina Sternov approaches.
Yes, Sabina.
You've left the war room. Any commands?
Just catching a breath. That stuffy air will be the death of me. Besides, a little more time among the pups won't hurt. Keep their spines straight and their commanding officer's face in their minds.
I think they know your face already. After all, many only joined the cavalry after you gave that speech in the village.
Ah, the Morovka. Tell me, Sabina, did the pups bring any news?
From Miss Galina? She's fine. She says she wants to see you again at your convenience.
There are no great rides ahead for now. I'll find the time to visit her. If this golden famine continues to gnaw at us, the dawn will be no home for her. No winter, no crops. The steppe has turned her most brutal. I will find a way to persuade her to leave.
We reported the famine to the Foundation long ago, but there's still no sign of their investigators.
This is far from the heart of the war. And with the Foundation so short on manpower, we're just dust on their boots.
Messy hoofbeats burst from the camp entrance, the familiar sound of bad news.
What's wrong?
Out of the way, rookies. Wounded incoming.
Yeah, don't you hear his whimpering? I could almost cry.
At the rear, tied to a horse's back, sits a wailing injured boy.
Shut up, Sasha! I got shot! Ради бога, shot! Ah! Больно! Я больше никогда не смогу ходить!
The soldiers quickly clear the way for the reconnaissance team. Lilia dismounts first, followed by the rest of her team, except Sergei.
Leave Sergei to me, Lieutenant. You should report to the commander.
Yeah, just simply don't get shot.
On it! And find a way to shut him up before the whole camp's forced to listen to the wails of his great military feat.
If you don't like getting shot, then just don't do that. She turns to see the commander striding forward.
No need to hunt me down, Lieutenant. What news?
Bad is what? Broomstick's
Hear the
broken.
bullet.
Won't be flying until I get the parts to fix it. But it gets worse. We have a situation, sir. And I think it's a big one.
To the war room. You too, Sabina. So, the bandits have Xeno AZP-37s and arcane-guided VT fuse anti-aircraft guns. You swear it, Lieutenant?
Yes. We practiced how to dodge anti-aircraft shots with these kinds of guns when I was a trainee. Loaded with training ammo, of course.
There have been no reports of missing weapons, And we're not carrying any AZPs.
The Chief of Staff, keeping the entire supply chain in mind, quickly rules out several possibilities.
Then those weapons came from an outer source. And like as not, they have more of them.
An outer source. Impossible through air, and all land and water routes are under our surveillance. And there's no reason the locals wouldn't know about any hidden bypass they might have used. I can't think of any way of transporting mass weaponry and personnel without drawing attention.
Then we look to the hand that fed them. Who would hold Xeno weaponry besides Xeno itself?
I mean, this really
Manus Vindicte?
Yeah.
They might have captured them on another battlefield and given them to the bandits here.
I was gonna say, really not much of a question.
Yeah, the Manus. That would save us
Only
some brain
one people
juice.
it could be.
But I don't think that's likely. Do you know how many humans there are among the bandits? Any Manus would blast them all to bits before they gave them so much as a pistol. Plus, these guys ran as soon as they suffered the loss. There's no way they're under Manus Vindicte's control. There is a possibility we're ignoring here. Igor's rebels.
For a second, the faces of the cavalry corps leaders freeze. Even the candlelight seems to stop flickering. Only Lilia seems immune to it. Also still technically Manus since they were allied like 2 chapters ago.
You served under Igor, didn't you, Commander? He's more than capable of transporting personnel and supplies in unconventional ways, right?
I have to correct you, Lieutenant.
You're right. While under Igor, I saw his arcane skill in use. He could slip men and guns through stone as if it were air.
Well, good news is, Igor cut ties with Manus Vindicte after the ritual in Antarctica. So whether it's him or them, we only need to deal with one.
News like this cannot lift the iron gray shadows sitting beneath the commander's eyes.
If it is Igor, the questions only grow. Why bring this Griffin Legion of his to Beregrad, so far from the front? Even if he seeks something here, why ride with bandits? He never stomached their filth before. Is it supplies he wants? But the Golden Famine grips the entire basin. Or is this all by his hand?
His questions quickly trail off into the agitated muttering. He stops himself before more can leave his lips.
I'll send word to headquarters. Intelligence should reach a more solid conclusion. Sabina, double the patrols. I want eyes on the woods at all times.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Lilia, since horsemanship is not your expertise, you'll remain at camp until your broomstick is mended. That's an order.
Lilia almost always defends her writing skills, but quickly swallows her words.
All right. Understood.
It's easy to find the field kitchen at this hour. The aroma of hot, unleavened bread guides their rumbling stomachs to the maze of tents.
Right in time for dinner.
She glances at Sergei, who is standing among the other soldiers around a huge soup pot. He holds his bowl, talking between heavy mouthfuls.
In that moment, I saw the bullet coming at me. I'm telling you, my amulet worked. Gave me just enough time to dodge the hit to the chest. Still hit the leg though. You have no idea how much it hurts.
Too bad it didn't hit your mouth.
Hey, Lieutenant.
His legs snap to attention. Some cabbage stew spilling out of the bowl in his quivering hand and onto his fingertips.
Oh yeah, must really hurt. Still managed to drag yourself to the mess hall for some soup though. didn't you?
Well, of course. It'll take more than a bullet to take me down. Speaking of soup...
He raises the bowl in his hand. Inside, a few measly scraps of cabbage float around a single soaked scrap of bread.
Look at this stuff! We're soldiers, not rabbits!
Quit your whining. I know you've got some dried meat. Eat it.
That soup. Lilia grabs a piece of bread from the table and spoons herself a bowl of soup. The thin cabbage leaves sink to the bottom of the bowl like damp gauze. Like everyone else, she drips the dry, unleavened bread into her soup to soften it. Soggy bread. Gross. Sergei hands her some dried meat, then pulls the battle from behind his back. The liquid inside is clear, seemingly harmless.
Here, have some, Lieutenant.
Not bad.
So, what was it? How come the bandits have something powerful enough to shoot you down?
Don't know how, don't know why. Nobody does.
Well, it isn't hard to guess. They're obviously going to rob the villages. Wait.
And clam chowder.
This is bad. All
True.
the young and fit have gone to war. They won't be able to defend themselves.
But not if it's like actually soggy. Soggy bread is vile. For a moment, a dark cloud falls upon his face, but soon it's lightened by another idea.
Hey, no orders this afternoon, right? Want to go fishing with me? I'm going to the river.
Now? You forget that bullet so quick.
I know a safe place where we can fish, and I've got the amulet. There's no bullet that can kill me. Trust me.
Ducks eat soggy bread? Well, it's a good thing that I am not a duck.
You're not going to tell me you're full after that sorry excuse for a soup, are you? There may not be any crops, but I bet there are still plenty of fish in the river.
Lilia checks Sergei's already shot leg.
Weren't you just wailing about your leg a few hours ago?
It's no big deal.
He finishes the last of his food, drops the bowl, and jogs away.
Shot in the leg. Pfft, more like scratched.
The arid wind blows, the needle grass into a sea of rustling waves. A horse's playground, but for a fugitive on a long run from the authorities, it's hell.
Charon, how far have we gone since we left the road?
If anything happens to her, I am going to commit unspeakable atrocities. On the open grassland, one might travel for hours without seeing another soul. Among the endless waves of grass, it's easy to lose your way.
15 kilometers southeast, perhaps less. Our speed is slower than usual. Are you weary? Would you like to rest?
Maybe later. This doesn't seem like the best place for a break. Do you think this map is reliable? The one the cart driver gave us?
The cart driver?
Alright, I'll refresh your memory one more time. Or should I say, for the millionth time. It all started after we left Poland. Somehow, we got ourselves on a train heading east. The one full of Czechoslovakians.
Memories of you insisting they let us aboard the train because you can avoid the soldiers in black in the east come to mind.
Of course you'd remember that, of all things. Anyway, so we got on the train, but before we could get too far, it was stopped by some group. A fight must have broken out because there were gunshots everywhere.
It was utter bedlam, so we grabbed Andreas from the stock car and slipped away south.
Evil, intimidating horse. The war horse seems grateful for the daring rescue.
That's when we met the cart driver I mentioned. He'd lost a horse. So we made a deal. We'd lend him Andreas for the day, and he'd take us somewhere safe.
Then he has fulfilled his promise. This is indeed a peaceful and safe place.
Hardly. We're in the middle of bloody nowhere. If we can't find people soon, I'll starve to death.
Kern lowers his head, troubled by his failure to consider the needs of the living. Andreas also turns his head aside. He can live off the grassland alone.
Oh, not to blame you two. Forget it. Guess there's nothing for it but to keep moving forwards.
She lifts the messy, hand-drawn map again, squinting to make out the shape of the river among its chaotic lines.
He said we could find his niece in Peravosnia by the Don River. But which one is the Don? If we're even going in the right direction, that is. Or if this map is actually accurate. Andreas? Could I stand on your back for a minute?
Andreas lowers himself, allowing the girl to clamber onto his back. Then they both rise at the same time, Merel's feet trembling.
What are you doing, Merel? You could fall.
I'm fine. Just be ready to catch me if I fall. All right?
Merel shakily detaches the telescope she picked up in some ruins from under her belt, and looks toward what she believes to be the east.
Where could it be? All I see is grass and trees.
Yeah, planes do tend to do that.
All right. Other side. Other side. Charon, I see rooftops! Right ahead, you... Help!
Skill issue. She hops in excitement, and as expected, loses her balance. I am completely normal about her, I swear. It's a lot of things. Clue updated. Intersection. The currents converge here.
You fell off your horse? I wouldn't worry. I bet even the mighty Atman has fallen once or twice.
A young man in uniform comes to the tall, fruitless pear tree Merel is seated under, and offers her a bowl of steamed rice mixed with wheat. She gazes at him longingly.
Here you are. Thanks again for helping my uncle with his car. I know it's not much, but this is all we have right now.
She reaches out a hand, then pulls it back awkwardly.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard you had a strong harvest this year.
The past few years were good, it's true. People had to leave to fight, but the land still blessed us. But this year has been strange. Certainly the winter. Soon after planting, the wheat grew wild. The fields are gold, yes, but there's no grain.
Even as he speaks of the failed crops, he still hands the bowl to Merel.
Eat. You look starving. I've enlisted with the cavalry. There'll be plenty enough food for me there.
The cavalry?
The Xeno cavalry.
Merel forces the cry of Xeno down, lowers her head, begins to eat. The young man turns to the shadow that has been hiding behind the tree.
Are you sure you wouldn't like any food?
I need no sustenance. Thank you for sharing the little food you have left. How may this kindness be repaid?
Ah, no need. I'll be leaving soon and there's no work to do right now. You have a beautiful horse. Wish I could have one as lovely as him. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking for him.
Alexei.
A commanding voice stops the new recruit mid-sentence.
What are you dawdling for? The team is leaving. Who are you talking to?
Just 2 refugees, sir.
The conscription officer steps forward, his eyes lingering on the strange man covered in white cloth.
Refugees? From where?
From Poland. I was looking for a friend there, but because of the war, I couldn't find...
She stammers, blinking wildly over a clumsy lie. Fortunately, the officer is too distracted to notice her embarrassment.
Arcanists, aren't you? We could use your talents in the Xeno cavalry. Room, board, and meals provided.
Apologies, sir. I am only a wanderer. There is no desire to join any party within me.
And I don't have any talents at all, officer. Sir, I can't even hold a gun.
Another lie erupts from her, another bid to escape desperate times, but the conscription officer takes no interest.
Then you'd better leave soon. This place is crawling with bandits.
Bandits?
Brigands, raiders, ruffians. You didn't bump into any on your way here. Lucky dogs. Though you can thank the cavalry corps for that. But even with our efforts, the situation's been getting worse. Somehow they've got new weapons. We might be facing a serious battle.
Even all this way away, they're still fighting?
The flames of conflict burn everywhere. This is why I'm asking you to join us. Xeno needs new blood if we're to ever know peace. If you change your mind, come to our camp. It's downstream of the Don, past the city.
The conscription officer turns around. Just then, a dozen newly enlisted Cossacks gather behind him, standing in the little groups of those they know. They show off their new uniforms, competing over who takes better care of his horse. Nushevska has the most legendary history.
Quit milling around like chickens and form rank. Sir!
A fully armed cavalryman gallops in from inside the village, plunging himself between the panicking ranks of recruits. Half of his body is smeared dark with blood. The horse beneath him shouts, snorting heavily.
Bandit cavalry incoming, the size of a platoon. What do we do?
Can you still ride?
Yes, sir!
Then hurry to the sitch and report this. The rest of you, form a blockade. Do not allow the bandits to enter the village.
Sir, yes, sir!
The conscription officer scans the area. The unsettled young cavalryman, enlisted less than half an hour ago, look to him as if he is their only savior.
Rookies, there is no escape. Turn your back to the enemy and they will take the opportunity. Take up your weapons. Protect your families.
The boys shake off their scared looks, leaving the huddled groups and shouldering their weapons, albeit a little clumsy.
What? Bandits?
As MEREL's mind goes blank, she feels Karen press the reins into her hands.
Let Andreas take you. Leave here, MEREL.
What? What about you?
I'll just run off when danger comes. That is what you said. Do not waste any more time.
I don't even know where to...
Downstream of the Don River, like the officer said. Now go.
There are many routes to travel, but only one destination.
Suspiciously mana-shaped enemies.
By taking a slosh. Enjoy it, friends.
This is well.
Close your eyes. Oh, hello, my shadowy friend.
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out. Don't waste your time. Now is the time for repentance.
Evil and intimidating choruses that
Taking up, enter the gate and see the light.
suspicious blackwood.
The enemies of peace shall be stamped out.
Don't forget the hands and masks.
A shot hit.
Red 38 is about to return.
Also quite literally evil and intimidating course enemy.
Andreas, I'm slipping.
She clings to the horse with all her might as he charges full speed. She can't even spare a hand to draw her weapon and fight back.
Don't let her get away! Fire!
A series of crackling gunshots blast past her on all sides.
Run, Andreas, run! No, hold on. Go!
You can't cross the Dawn. Spread out, surround her.
What? The Dawn!
She gathers her courage and opens her eyes, only to find a broad river blocking her escape.
Oh no!
Her mind goes blank again, and Treyas can only slow down before the rushing
Slow
water.
her down. Don't shoot. You might hit that beauty she's riding. I'll take her out, and I'll get the horse.
It's like a hammer has struck her arm. She loses balance and falls to one side. Dark, freezing water swallows her in an instant, followed by the piercing pain of the bulb.
No.
The shimmering light through the water above turns dark.
Commander!
Your days are numbered. The chief of staff enters the tent.
Speak.
The commander's voice is hoarse. Sternova delivers her report without pause.
Perevasnaya is lost. We don't know the details of the situation, but it's surely devastating. The refugees said they saw a huge smoke cloud coming from the village.
It's fine. She still, she met Marcia in the trailer that we haven't seen yet, so she's fine. Okay, well, not fine, but alive.
At least 3 settlements have been attacked. The survivors say the weapons employed were unconventional. The villages struck are all upstream from here, northeast of Bedigrad. I suggest we quickly position the main force here, here, and here, to seize advantageous terrain.
The chief of staff points out the positions of the military map spread across the table, only to find the commander's focus is elsewhere. The heavy air closes in Sternova. She falters.
Sir.
Headquarters has spoken.
What did they say? They wouldn't interfere with the Cavalry Corps' tactics, would they?
We withdraw from the Dawn in 2 weeks. We will engage Manus Vindictae in Hungary next month.
Your military instincts prevent her from making sense of this order.
I don't understand, sir. Bandits are killing and robbing civilians in higher numbers than ever. And we've just been told to leave? Are you certain headquarters is fully aware of the situation?
They are more aware than any of us. Intelligence gave their conclusion. We've stumbled upon Igor's army.
Then they should send reinforcements. End the rebels once and for all. Not ask us to run away with our tails between our legs.
There are no reinforcements. Manus Vindictae's army marches on the Foundation headquarters as we speak. The front is under immense pressure. Don't forget that our mission here was to recruit new blood to bolster headquarters' defenses. As for Igor, he cut ties with Manus Vindictae after Antarctica. They say some kind of bargain was struck, though the terms remain unknown. Since then, the rebels have crossed no blades with either the Foundation or Zeno. The Joint Committee wants to keep it that way.
So, they want us to leave so we won't fight Igor?
Correct.
Chorto! All this time the Foundation, especially those hawks, has been belittling Zeno for Igor's betrayal. Yet here they are, still trying to stay in his good graces?
Politicians, Sabina. For them, the two don't clash.
Politicians? Huh! I'm sick to death of the conniving bastards. To hell with the Foundation, to hell with those ridiculous bird parties, to hell with Irenai, and to hell with...
Sabina.
The hint of warning in his tone fails to stop her.
Their lapdog Lilia. Her support? Don't make me laugh. I know why they sent her. She's both Zeno and Foundation. Her file says loyalty guaranteed after investigation. She's a surveillant. A Foundation babysitter monitoring you, me, everyone. So the Dawn doesn't become the next Sao Paulo. It's an insult. A humiliation. Zeno should never have to yield to those so-called hawks.
Chill.
Colonel Sabina Sternova, have you lost your senses?
His gentle warning proving ineffective, the commander turns to a harsh reprimand.
Do you accuse Lieutenant Lilia based on proof, or only because of her ties to the Foundation?
The commander purses his lips, his jaw grinding as if he were chewing on a piece of steel. He bends down, draws out a crumpled letter, and passes it across the table. Terranova takes it, their brows knitting together.
Ivan, Irenai's people have done it. Zeno's fate is inevitable. I write this letter only as a reminder from one friend to another. The Joint Committee is tightening its control over Zeno's military operations. Every commander stationed outside of HQ must be accompanied by a liaison entrusted by the Foundation. You were once Igor's most trusted subordinate. For that reason alone, the Hawks were planning to torture you during the trial. All I could do was assure the committee of your loyalty and assign the least capable liaison to you. The Flying Witch.
The least capable.
I'm sure you've heard this title before. She has no interest in politics, never writes reports unless forced to, and in many ways shares your temperament. That said, ensure you strictly follow every order, both from Zeno and the Foundation. We must be smart. The burden on you is much heavier than you realize. Do not embarrass us. Som.
The letter set down, silence falls. After a few heartbeats, muffled shouts carry through the canvas. The Cossacks are struggling with a fierce horse.
I'll begin preparations for the withdrawal, if that is your order.
The commander lets out a long, weary sigh.
Orders are to assemble all cavalrymen in Belgrade. We hold the city for 2 weeks. Then, we withdraw.
We're withdrawing anyway. Why risk the 2 weeks?
For the safety of the Timekeeper.
The Timekeeper?
Vern's here.
We've contacted the cavalry corps in the Don River Basin. Lieutenant Lydia's communication device was damaged during the battle, but she has returned to her post safely.
That's a relief.
However, according to her report, it's all but confirmed that Igor's rebels have shown up at the Eastern Front. Burton, is it possible to delay your plans to travel to Belgrade? A conflict is highly likely to break out there.
There's no need to hide info from the trusted few.
Kriya's privately conveyed to me a message about Erd. It said there's some information to be gleaned about her in Belgrade. I'm not sure how dependable it is, but since it concerns Erd's whereabouts, I have no choice but to go.
I appreciate you sharing the source of your information with me, but Kriya's...
Madam Z betrays a rare look of surprise.
Before the Antarctic operation, he was just a liaison of the Foundation's military department, responsible for communication and coordination between the Foundation and the Xeno Task Force. He got promoted after we entered this era. But all information held by the Foundation concerning Erd is strictly controlled, only accessible to the authorized few, and he's not one of them. More likely than not, this information came directly from the Hawks. They're using you to obtain information they can't legally acquire themselves. And Kriya's is their intermediary.
Locating Erd has been my primary mission since the 8th storm. A mission that may prove useful to the Foundation, don't you think?
If this information really does help you find Erd, then yes, it would be good news for everyone, no matter their affiliation. But in the Hawks' eyes, you'd owe them one. They might hold this over you if and when the time comes for you to choose a side. What's more, the expansion of Team Timekeeper was spearheaded by the Hawks. It's only natural that people are starting to doubt Timekeeper's neutrality.
Madam Z's voice is gentle but persuasive, since she hopes the young lady before will not be drawn into the whirlpool of politics.
I know you have no political inclinations, but the Hawks are creating an image that you are working with them. I'm not saying this to stop you, Vertin. I simply want to keep you abreast of what's happening inside Foundation.
Thank you, Madam Z. I'm ready for whatever lies ahead. Please accept my official application to travel to Belgrade.
Only by stepping into the flood can one uncover the secrets hidden beneath the water.
I see. After the Joint Committee's admonition, Admiral Sohm ordered the Cavalry Corps to prioritize the safety of the city. Belgrade should be safe for a time.
What's the committee's attitude towards Igor now?
Igor is the enemy. However, reports from the Western Front state he's no longer working with the Menace. We're currently re-evaluating Igor's motivations. That said, the committee does hope to avoid making enemies. Our relationship with Xeno has become somewhat fragile since the real war began. Permission granted, Timekeeper. Pack your bags. I'll have Sharon deliver the paperwork to Seneto.
Thank you, Madam Z. I'll do my best to return before the war breaks out.
As she turns, a soft sigh comes from behind her.
You always follow your own judgment, Vertin. A precious quality in this era. I hope he never changes.
Igor really just betrayed us, tries to kill us for 2 chapters, and is gonna join Team Timekeeper now. Presumably.
Ah, we meet again. though it isn't much of a surprise.
New voice.
Your move from the Western Front to the Eastern one is utterly predictable.
Fern with the voices in her head.
Running around like a lost chick following after her mother hen, or really anything big enough to grab your attention.
It's okay, he said he's sorry.
Will you ever learn to stand on your own? When will you grow up?
She's more than just a mother.
She's key to saving the world. That's what you're saying? I'm tired of it.
I like to headcanon that all the voices in her head are just like... Fern talking to herself in the voice of some... character.
Tired of sick jokes like this, with self-important ideologues bragging about securing a bright future for everyone. You hear any cheers or laughter? Nope, because everyone who believed in their causes already died fighting for them. If you ask me, we should hang some of those big shots in public. It wouldn't bring peace, of course, but maybe the rest of us would feel a little relief.
Voices in her head after Snyder-induced coma.
Come, take a seat. I've set your favorite chair facing east. The view's better that way. Not to mention that the river helps wash away the stench of corpses.
A newly emerging darkness covers the land. Beneath the silence,
Hey! I got something! Sasha, come give me a hand!
not far from the camp, Sergei has been watering the horses while he fishes. He's spiking. That's certainly not what I expected to walk over and read. The fishnet he failed to steal last year ended up in his pack before he left home. Oldsmith put it there himself.
Bog, Swami, this is heavy.
Must be a big one. Come on, Sasha, put your back into it.
Two young men, children of this very river, use all their strength to drag the fishnet to the riverbank.
Have you ever caught a fish this big before?
Never. The fish done all the growing this year instead of the crops? Just a bit further. Grab tight. On my mark. Один. Два. Three.
They stumble back as they finally haul the net ashore.
Go check it out. I dare say even my dedushka has never seen fish so big.
Sergei runs to the net and untangles the cords like an expert. That's not a sound a fish would make.
Huh? This is...
What kind of fish is it, Sergei?
Sasha hurries over to join him.
Da. Sasha! It's a person.
A person? Have you lost your mind?
Help.
Perform CPR.
Help me.
Blin, hurry up, will you? It's a living person. We have to take her to camp.
Alright, Sergei is actually the goat now. Shout out to Sergei. The sounds of dozens of horses neighing at once echo from somewhere far away.
Andreas. Charon. Where am I?
Warm, dry air sweeps across her cheeks. She hears the crackling of burning willow sticks.
You're awake? Try getting to your feet.
My head's spinning. I can hardly...
Whoa, easy now. Just try and take a few steps. It'll help, trust me.
Meryl doesn't know how she gets to her feet. All she remembers is swaying as she somehow pulls herself upright.
What is this place?
Relax. You're in the Xeno Cavalry Corps camp. It's safe here.
4 or 5 star in the next story patch. Maybe. Although I do hope the next story patch is less wartime stories.
Xeno? Oh, you've got to be kidding.
Her name is like a hell-bent killer pursuing her to the ends of the earth. Sergei doesn't notice the unusual panic that grips her. To him, she's simply a frightened lost girl. Meryl looks around and sees a soldier in a different uniform walking toward her.
Sergei, I heard you found the girl.
No, it can't be.
We fished her out of the river, Lieutenant. She just woke up.
And you just brought her straight into camp? She's obviously not a local. What if she's a rebel spy, huh?
Sure, she's not a local, but she doesn't seem like a bandit either.
Lilia steps closer, stares at her for a long while.
Fair enough. What's your name?
Northern friend with 2 6-star Russian characters. I wouldn't be surprised. They sure do seem to like that. She falters before she can say the false name she created. To Lieutenant Lilia's piercing game, the girl loses the courage to lie.
MEREL.
MEREL? Not from around here, then. How'd you end up in the water?
I came seeking refuge near the river, and then I was chased by some people. Bandits or something. I tried to escape, but I fell off my horse and... into the river.
Hearing her tale of misfortune, Lilia shakes her head helplessly and turns to Sergei.
Send her somewhere safe after she recovers. We'll decamp tomorrow morning, station in Tamarovka for a day, and then head to the city.
Check the score.
Commander's orders.
Downtown. I'll turn on sound, but I'm just going to mute the stream audio real fast then. So, still hear my mic, but I'll not hear sound. It's funny. Fair. Sounds like an entire banshee. caught a banshee on camera.
Dunno. That's my home. I can visit my aunt and uncle. I can sleep in my own bed for a night.
You'll have to apply for leave to do that. You eaten anything, MEREL? We still got some canned meat from the Foundation.
Canned meat?
The temptation of canned meat outweighs all fear of the Foundation. She swallows her saliva. After the lieutenant leaves, Sergei returns to his usual complimenting. Trying so hard to laugh hysterically. Got hit.
Too bad I only caught you
by
today,
YouTube.
huh?
Sorry?
Like, the weirdest thing about YouTube hiding messages is that it doesn't show me. Like, I have YouTube Studio open for looking at the chat and it does not show me. Like, if I open actual YouTube, it'll show me. But it won't in YouTube Studio.
Don't worry. It's not every day you fish a person out of the river. Oh, by the way, you can stay at my uncle's when we arrive in Tamarovka if you like. It's no Zimny Dvorets, but it's better than a tent, that's for sure.
You live with your uncle?
Yeah. Father died at the front 4 years ago, and my mother was sick. Lost her 2 years later. My aunt and uncle took me in. I do have to do farm work to earn my keep, but that's no big deal. How about you? Where are you from? You said you're a refugee. Where's your family now?
The girl stares at the empty ground before her.
I don't have a family.
Even the ever-slippery Sergei loses a smile. He can't help but think of that winter, when his mother lay dying.
An orphanage took me in. I grew up there. Are there many locals in the cavalry? Like you?
When the famine struck the steppe, and even potatoes wouldn't grow, the cavalry gave us food and shelter. So I thought, maybe it wouldn't be too bad to join them. At least then I could save some food for my family.
And you said it, not me.
But you've enlisted in an army. You'll have to fight.
But I haven't had to yet. And everyone's alive and fitter than ever.
Friends already, huh?
She precisely tosses a can of meat into MEREL's arms.
Nothing for me, Lieutenant?
Too slow. Got to get it yourself now.
MEREL, silent among their chatter, stares at the Foundation symbol on the can for a long while. Finally, he slips her index finger under the ring and pulls the can open. He lowers his head and sips the oily gravy.
There was a time I thought you would lead us to the eternal. I thought you were like me, a man with ambition, a leader worth following. But look what you've become. A coward. You buckled while I stood tall. I have far excelled you, Igor, and the world will worship me for it.
He whips out his pistol, aims at a tall figure blocking his way, and pulls the trigger, only to hear the faint click of the firing pin.
No mortal can transcend eternity, Krutov.
His opponent calmly tries Shaska.
Your arrogance has gone beyond your means, turning you cruel and foolish. How disappointing. You can't kill me, Igor. You...
Guys, I have an odd feeling we found the villain for this patch. Just a hunch. Shouts, gunfire, curses, as men shove past one another and hooves kick up in almost scalding dust.
Bring everyone here! Separate the Arcanists from the humans. Xeno's captives in their own line. Move it, slackers!
He wakes from his restless dreams, incense still lingering in the air around him, the hateful sense of henbane clinging to his nostrils.
Useless. I knew that witless ritualist was not to be trusted.
General Krutov.
Suspicious color scheme. If having foreseen that the man in the tent would awake, an oddly dressed ritualist slips inside.
You have awoken, yet the incense has yet to fade. I suggest you return to your dreams until you're capable of overcoming your nightmare.
Very suspicious color scheme.
Enough of your riddles and trickery. Why are you here?
Captives. The first batch has arrived.
Then you do as we agreed. Take the Arcanists and leave the rest to me. What part of that do you not understand?
There is a peculiar individual among the captives. Unawakened. We didn't discuss how to deal with them.
Not an old lady this time.
Unawakened? Those can be particularly useful. What do you know of it?
Thanks to the knowledge bestowed by her, I was able to glean some insight. Though I'm surprised to have encountered it here.
I'm guessing it's Karan.
It seems the human fools named it after a mythological deity, as if by doing so, it would somehow render it capable of resting their sinful souls in peace.
Yeah, it's Karan.
Interesting. Take me to it.
Between the thudding of sandbags hitting the ground, bursts of gunfire echo through the camp. Having already given his life to the tragedy of his age, Karan has already sensed what is happening around him. He wants to leave, but cannot move. Not long ago, a ritualist scratched a series of symbols beneath his feet, binding him to the spot.
Carl, is it?
He senses the approaching footsteps, only when they are already close, then turns toward the voice.
Why did you kill those who surrendered?
Well, too many mouths to feed. There isn't enough food across the entire Dawn to keep everyone alive through the winter.
You could have set them free. They were only civilians. They would cause you no trouble.
Civilian implies civilization. Civility, wouldn't you say? The Cossacks are barbarians. Setting them free would only bolster my enemies. I will not take the risk.
Karan lowers his head in silence. It seems there are no words left in him.
Intriguing. Just as the ritualist said. Tell me, are you able to foresee a man's death?
The shadow of death lingers over these grasslands. Countless will die in a killing driven by starvation and hatred. That is what brought me here.
He looks off the edge of the camp, where the yellow pasture grass blows gently on the small rises. Gunfire crackles again, along with the sound of something crashing to the ground.
A shadow, you say? I see a man walking the grasslands, the dead nourishing the soil. He stands amid a bountiful harvest. I am that man. Your shadow of death means nothing. What I need is a precise prophecy, one for a single man. For me.
I cannot do such a thing, nor is there any desire to.
I am offering you a chance, Awakened. Serve me and my army, and I will spare you the Ritualist's hand.
Ritualist?
Of gestures towards the binding ritual beneath Karan with his chin.
This is her work. She tells me you dispelled another incantation cast by her kind, on a human soldier. She's desperate to tear you apart and see how you did it. Some special arcane skill, she claims. Trust me, what she will do to you is one thing you do not want to foresee.
Manus Vindicte.
Ah, so you can see some specifics. Well, what is your decision?
No. Neither your enemy nor your ally. There is nothing I can do for you but bury the dead.
Joe fixes his sharp gaze on Karan, as if he could tear through the cloth covering his face with sight alone.
Difference of opinion. Why am I surprised? You're just like the rest of them. One bad decision after another.
His cursing seems to be directed at some invisible onlooker rather than Karan.
And I am left to right their wrongs. It seems only I can. I gave you your chance. Freak.
Before that, I'm just going to do 110 pull. Since I'm rather low, I'm not going to do an actual pulling session, but rather I'm just going to do like 110 pull every time I stream this, instead of doing it all at once. Nothing. Especially since this should be like, yeah, completely fresh pity. So I'm only gonna do like 110 pull a stream. Be a 5-star, 6-star. 6, hopefully. I feel like she'll probably end up being like limited. Like she'll probably end up limited whenever the next limited patch and story patch crossover again. Strange cases. Soldiers, heads lowered, lips sealed with orders. Although then again, I thought the same thing about Ulrich. Tia is just standard and was free. Thousands of war horses carrying fully armed cavalrymen travel Taroga. Their heavy hooves pounding the dirt into road-packed, hard-packed earth, the cavalry corps reconnaissance team reaches the villages first. The villagers are on alert, eyeing the soldiers on their roadways.
MEREL? A Foundation big shot's coming to the village. That's a first.
Big shot? Who?
MEREL unconsciously reaches for a mask, suddenly realizing that she lost it during her escape.
Not sure, but the commander needs to welcome them personally. Forget it. None of our business. Natash! Huh?
As they pass a nearby house, Sergei seems to spot an old acquaintance in the doorway. He leans to greet her, but she shuts the door in his face. The hostility radiating from the onlookers in every direction makes MEREL want to curl into a ball.
Sergei, isn't this your hometown? Why are they staring at you like that?
I don't know. It's not like I've made that many enemies. Just one or two at most. Anyway, let's go meet my uncle. See that house with the iron sheeting? That's our home.
MEREL follows his finger to a house with blue iron sheet roof. A man holding a cane stands in the yard. Sergei takes off his hat and excitedly waves it in the air.
Dad Pietro!
The old man only strikes the ground with his cane. His heavy blink seems to say, "Don't start."
What's going on?
Maybe something happened? Should we go ask him?
Sergei never expected his return home to be so dispirited. His uncle pulls him aside. MEREL falls behind.
What's wrong, Dad Pietro?
You tell me, did your commander say you'd fight those bandits or not?
Of course.
About that.
When?
Never.
That I don't know. It's a military secret.
Word is you're going to the city, the lot of you. So, where does that leave the rest of us, The villagers need protecting too.
The young man can't think of an answer. He can only stand in awkward silence. The uncle sighs and grips his nephew's shoulder hard with a slim yet powerful hand.
All right, Seryosa, I understand. Everything's packed and ready to go. Come, we're leaving to your cousins in Petrovka.
Dad Pietro, could you just tell me what's going on? I'm not deserting Zeno.
Sergei shakes off his uncle's hand. The old man's neck flushes red with embarrassment and anger. He turns and glances at MEREL.
It's fine. She's a friend.
The cavalry is leaving us here to die, and the refugees from upstream. They said there are tens of thousands of bandits up there. I don't know where they all came from, but your cavalry's nothing compared to that, right? You'll never fight them all off. And keep this quiet, but the Golduni left and joined the bandits. Что? They said they'd punish anyone who stands with the cavalry when they return.
You've watched the cavalry corps soldiers passing by the village entrance.
If you can't fight them off, they'll burn the village to ashes. So, are you coming with us? Yes or no?
I see Lilia.
A small group of reinforcements makes its slow advance across the grassland. A transport team carrying guns and artillery rumbles close behind.
That must be the commander of the Xeno cavalry beside her.
The cavalry corps officers awaiting them ride out to the head of the team to guide them to their destination. Before the commander can reach them, an old stem steps forward to greet the timekeeper.
Capitan, why did the Foundation send you here? Isn't exactly the safest place in the world right now.
I applied for it. There's something I need to find in Beregrad. Don't give me that look, Lilia. Madam Z approved it.
All right, what Z says goes.
I'm glad to see you safe and sound, Miss Lilia. Your message had us worried.
Huh. The Foundation seriously needs to update their communication devices. At least make them bulletproof.
The commander approaches as they chat.
Timekeeper.
Commander Ivan, it's a pleasure to meet you. If you could, a brief walkthrough of the situation in Beregrad and the surrounding areas would be most helpful.
Of course. But tell me, where did that company behind you spring from? I received no word in our communications.
Druvis has been benched since like 1.0. Commander's eyes settle on a small detachment within the reinforcements. About 100 soldiers strong, led by a red-haired knight. I do still want Click to show up eventually. 5 stars had that 5 stars not been used ever. I need Click to get some story time. The knight notices him too. She dismounts and steps forward.
Vice Admiral Burakov. I am the medic of the Foundation's Special Unit 12. Behind me are the soldiers returning from the front lines, and our field medical team. Every one of them is willing to enlist in the cavalry and join the fight against the bandits.
Good to know. Go to Colonel Sabina Sternova. He will see your men settled.
Yes, Commander.
Quickly move to Forja. The knight leads the special unit away.
Follow me, if you will, Timekeeper. Intelligence has spoken. The scattered bandit forces are converging upstream of the Dawn. They carry Xeno weaponry, though their identity is yet unknown. Most likely this is Igor's doing, though we've kept clear of them thus far, as headquarters ordered. Villages have been plundered. Many have fled downstream, yet most cling to their homes.
The commander lifts his eyes from the map, still deep in thought.
Xeno has ordered the cavalry station in Baragrad until your mission is complete. We ride at dawn.
Many of your cavalrymen are locals from the era. What do they think of Igor?
What happened in Sao Paulo is classified. To them, he's a warlord like any other. We do have a controlled route to the city, but, Timekeeper, are you certain you wish to enter? The rebels could strike at any moment.
That would never happen.
Yes. I'll complete my mission quickly. Hopefully before any conflict arises.
Surely there'll be no conflict at all.
Then tell me the details of your mission so that I may lend my hand.
There's a place in the city called the Amber Room. It's said to hold an important clue about the storm. Does it sound familiar at all, Commander?
Not the Antarne Komnata in St. Petersburg, I presume. We're a long way off from there. Then no, can't say it does. It seems I cannot aid you much in this.
The commander pauses and asks the question that's been gnawing at him since the Timekeeper's arrival.
Timekeeper, may I ask, besides your storm investigation, are you also here to deal with the Golden Famine? We tried ourselves, but Xeno soldiers have little experience in arcane matters. We couldn't unearth the root.
I'm sorry. I didn't receive any information on that matter. But I'll keep an eye out for you.
I see. The cavalry will aid you in any way we can. But with our strength as it is, they cannot guarantee the safety of Baragrad.
I'm not sure how much it will help. But I heard reinforcements are on the way. The newly formed Flying Witch Company will arrive soon, along with a new broomstick for Lilia.
Lilia suddenly perks up.
Xeno reformed the Flying Witches?
No. This unit belongs to the Foundation. Lilia, committee member Irenai asks if you'll serve as its temporary captain. What do you say?
They're really trying to get in Team Timekeepers. Good graces. Darenova gestures to a lonely, empty house.
We haven't seen the owner of this place for 2 years. The elder said you can stay here for a few days.
This is spacious.
If you ignore its decrepit state, it's a fairly decent place for a short stay.
Yeah. The stable in the yard still needs some fixing up, so the cavalry will have to take care of your horse, if you don't mind.
That would be kind of you. Thank you very much.
It's no big deal. What's one more horse to feed?
Starinova hands the key to Marcia and leads her horse away. Just as Marcia's about to slip the key inside the lock, a rustling sound catches her attention.
Is that a rat?
Not the sound a rat would make. A small black shadow vanishes behind the once leafy elm in the corner of the yard.
Or a child from the village?
Rat.
Never mind. I need a rest.
Rats make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. The rats make me crazy. He hears it again and looks over to the same spot.
Who's there?
From behind the elm, a head peeks out, briefly meeting her eyes. This time, the shadow doesn't hide itself behind the tree, but disappears in the glow of an arcane skill.
Vanished? Just like that?
This could be a threat. Marcia draws her weapon and moves toward the fading arcane light. A shadow flashes past once more.
What? That was definitely a person. A person sneaking in the shadows around the cavalry station. Suspicious, to be sure. A spy, perhaps?
A strange sound. Its direction is exposed again. Turning, Marcia stares intently.
Are my eyes playing tricks on me? Is that a fiddler crab? On the dawn step?
The knight turned towards the dubious fiddler crab at astonishing speed. Her heavy armor doesn't seem to slow her down the slightest. In its desperation, her opponent flees sideways towards the outskirts of the village, but there's no escape. The knight is closing in on the crab.
There are many routes to travel, but only one destination. Listen and taking a peek inside. How about a game of hide and seek?
I have seen to the heart of you.
The path will become clear. Face the truth.
Now is the time for repentance.
Can I give everyone a ride on my back? I think I can handle it this time.
Easy video game.
Got you!
Forced into a corner, the fiddler crab snaps its oversized claws in the air.
Enough, shapeshifter. This is absurd. How would a fiddler crab make it out here to the plain? And might I remind you that you're too big to be a crab.
Size issue. The same glow returns, the light surrounding the fiddler crab bending and distorting. It reveals the figure of a girl. The newly appointed medic, the XII squad, looks over her eyes, locks the eyes for their team's deserter.
Hey, nice to see you again.
MEREL? How did you...
Marcia steps forward. Caught at last, MEREL squats down, covering her head with both hands.
Don't hurt me. I'll tell you everything.
You mean to say you plan to stay here until the war is over?
Well, I don't really have much choice. At least with the cavalry, I won't starve.
And if the storm comes, what then?
I'll be fine. I took an equilibrium umbrella with me. And maybe in the next era, I'll find a safer place to stay.
Your face sinks.
Oh no! I lost it when the bandits chased me.
The knight grabs her face with both hands, pressing her cheeks tight together.
This is serious, MEREL. Do you have any idea what they do to deserters? Do you think hiding with Zeno will prevent the Foundation from finding you?
No.
You may survive one storm, but what about the next? And the others after that?
Please, Moshe.
How will you know which era the storm will take us to next?
Moshe, you can't. Please.
She lets go.
Honestly, what am I to do with you?
Male hangs her head, rubbing her reddened cheeks.
So, why are you here?
I was taking a group of Don Cossacks home, and heard the timekeeper was going the same direction, so we met on the road and traveled the rest of the way together. Now that I have arrived, Kreas has requested I stay by the timekeeper's side until she completes her mission. Then I'll return with her.
You're not going to bring me back to Kreas, are you?
Marcia leans against a worn pillar, looking deeply downcast.
If only I could. But with Kreas comes the Foundation. Either way, I'll be sure to bring you back. Running around alone out here is far more dangerous than anything the Foundation could do.
Merel knows there's nothing left she can do.
Does anybody else here know you, aside from me?
No.
The image of the young Foundation's big shot appears in Merel's mind. She shakes her head, trying to erase those gray eyes from her memory.
I know the timekeeper and Lieutenant Lilia, but I don't think they know me. But Sonetto, Vertin's assistant, I'm not so sure. We were classmates for a few years, but we didn't talk much.
I see. Stay close with me then, and don't let Sonetto see you. It would be best if we solve this without any interference from a third party. Paravian and I may be able to plead your case. But if we're to have any chance of being successful, you can't run away. Not again.
A sharp noise breaks the silence, startling the still nervy Merel. She jerks her head up but only sees a few swirling trays of condensation lingering in the sky.
What is that?
Marcia looks up too, but shows no sign of alarm.
It's the Foundation's flight unit. They're here.
I feel like that's at least a good enough spot to stop for now. Technically a little early, but...
On dit qu'il y a une trentaine d'années, pendant l'exposition de Paris.
Why not? Yeah, and still nothing. But I will end here. Or I might just stall for like 50 seconds so that I reach an hour and 50 minutes cleanly. Hopefully I don't not stream for 2 weeks again. Hopefully. Does 10 more seconds. 5, Alright, that's an hour 50. Good enough. Thank you for dropping by. Oh yeah, Sumi.